everybody, welcome back to my channel. Today we are working on an Easter wreath. I have a Dollar Tree frame wired with 18 pipe cleaners as usual. There are 6 on the inside, 12 on the outside. Yeah, I mean, that's what it is. That's what it always is. There's one on the inner 2 rings and there's 2 on the outer 2 rings in each section. So, I am using 6 different meshes today because I can. I don't know why. I ordered a bunch of mesh and I was like, well, these colors would look pretty together. So I put them all together. It's 6 metallic, no, it's 3 metallic and then 3 border meshes. Let's see, there's green, pink, and purple, and the base is a regular just metallic mesh with the border mesh on top. Everything's cut at 20 inches. The base is ruffled and the top things are woodland ruffles, cruffles. Still don't really know the difference, don't really care. What else? Yeah, I mean, I'm just kind of starting in the middle here. I made this the wrong way. Not that I made it the wrong way, I mean, because there's not a wrong way to put Deco mesh in a wreath, but I end up doing it color by color, and by the end, like, I'm moving so much stuff around trying to get to, like, my last pipe cleaner. It was a struggle, and y'all know I already struggle, so, that's the only real difference I would make. I would just go green, pink, purple, green, pink, purple, and then the bottom do green, pink, purple, go around like that instead of doing all the greens and then all the pinks and then all the purples. See, I got a bunch of colors of this border mesh, and this is really cutting it into pieces. Really, the only way you can use it. Like, you can't do. I'm not telling you can't do. You shouldn't, or I wouldn't do like poofs with this, because the decorative part of this is the border where the metallic is. And if you were to do poofs with that, that would get turned under and hidden. So yeah, ruffles, curls, cruffles, woodland ruffles, like all of that stuff would work, but I don't think this would work for a poof wreath, because you would end up just kind of hiding the reason you bought the mesh to begin with, So yeah, this is about my 3rd or 4th time trying to record this voiceover. I'm working with a new microphone. Hopefully you're like, wow, he sounds really good. Yeah, it's been a struggle, but I'm figuring out the kinks, and hopefully we're all having a sound experience. Get it? A sound experience. So yeah, this is my first Easter wreath I made this year. This was filmed on, like, I don't know, it took me a long time to finish this wreath because I wasn't into it. Not that I wasn't into the wreath, I just didn't feel like doing anything. Y'all know I've been going through stuff with my medications and just feeling unmotivated, and it's around the holidays, and it took me a while to finish this wreath. But I really needed, after doing so much Christmas, so much fall, Halloween, I needed something bright and colorful and outside of what I was normally doing. So I ordered a bunch of mesh from Craft Outlet, and I was like, you know what? Let's make some Easter wreaths. So I made this one, and then I made like 5 more. So there's a lot of Easter coming. So if you like Easter, or if you like spring, subscribe. And if you want to buy this wreath, it is listed down in the description below. It should already be in my Etsy shop by the time you're watching this. And all my other wreaths are down there too. And my Patreon is also in the description box down below if you'd like to join. It's $5 a month. I'm going to post some behind the scenes stuff, pictures before the videos come out, probably supply list. I have some stuff planned. I haven't done anything on there as of today because it's only the 3rd of January when I'm recording this, and I don't have any videos going out with the link until the 11th. So I'm still trying to think of exactly what I want that to be, because I don't want that to just be a give me money thing. But if you'd like to just give me money, you can always look down in the description box and tip me on Venmo. Yeah, see, this is the last mesh I'm putting in, and I have to like search for every pipe cleaner. This is the last color of mesh I'm putting in, not the last bundle, I guess. And if you see that there looks like there's like a big pink section and a big green section, you can go through afterwards and kind of turn the ruffles one way, turn the curls the other way, and it'll mix it up a little bit. But honestly, most of the time, y'all know how much stuff we put on top of these wreaths. You're going to see very little of the middle part. So I just kind of left it as it is. I might have kind of gone around and moved some stuff, but I don't think I did. So this ended up being a really thick wreath with the ruffle and then the cruffle curl woodland ruffle on top. And I only used 6 pieces of this 36 pieces total. I used 6 pieces of each mesh, so there's plenty left over for other projects. So see, that is like a very full wreath. So now I'm telling you that it's been a couple days because I didn't feel like doing anything, and it's Christmas at this point, somewhere around Christmas, I don't know. If you want to find out more, you can watch the long version, which is going up tomorrow at 7 a.m. where I tell stories, I talk about nonsense, and here I'm just trying to pick out my ribbons. I know that I want a yellow to go with the purple, I know I want a pink to go with the green, and I want a greenish, kind of greeny blue to go with the pink. That green with the blue, the little dots have blue in them. The little dots are blue and they match the sign, so that's why I picked the ones, and I really like that ribbon with the green with the blue micro dots, which I'm going to cut after the pink, I think. And I'm only starting out with 4 of each, which is enough for every tie on the outside ring, but I do go back and cut some more. I don't want to cut 18 ribbons right off the bat because I know my bow is going to cover up a section, I know my sign is going to cover up a section, I know my embellishments are going to cover up a section. This is the ribbon I was talking about with it's green with the blue dots on it. So I think I ended up total cutting 6 of each ribbon. No, that's 18. That couldn't have been right. 4, 5, 6, 12. Maybe. I don't know. We'll see. I know I do go all around the outside, and then I'm like, oh, I kind of need something else in the middle. So now I'm trying to figure out which one goes with which, but I know that the pink is going to go with the green because those are contrasting colors, and then the green is going to go with the pink because those are contrasting colors, and the yellow is going to go with the purple because guess what? Those are contrasting colors. Looking everywhere for the wire cutters. There they are. No, that's not them. I don't know where the wire cutters are. I'm sure I'll find them eventually. So these are cut at 14 inches, and in the video, I think in one of these videos, I make a very good cause for 14-inch tails. And then I very quickly changed my mind and was like, no, 12 inches fine. But I honestly think like I want to split the difference and do 13, but I don't have a measuring board that's 13. Like that little Christmas sign off to the side is 14. I have a 12-inch ruler. I don't have a 13-inch anything, and I'm not ordering a piece of plastic to cut my ribbon tails. Like I just think that's ridiculous. Yeah, I think they're a little too long, and I would have liked them paired with a 2.5-inch ribbon. But apparently, I just went buck wild ordering all the 1.5-inch ribbon, and then like 2.5-inch ribbons. I think that's all I got in my last order, but I'm getting ready to order again today, so we'll see if there's something that I like. That was me downing half a Mountain Dew, in case the microphone picked that up. Yeah, like I said, this video will be up tomorrow. I think we talk about Easter. We talk a lot about Christmas, even though y'all are probably seeing this in March, I would imagine. Late February, March. I don't know. I've just been kind of making stuff and recording it, and I'm like, all right, I'll edit these, and then, like, I'm not gonna start figuring out February's videos until my January ones start posting. Like, I can't think that far ahead. I can have the videos done, I just don't know when they're going up, or what the thumbnails are going to be, or anything like that. So, oh, it looks like it's bow time. This bow, I'm going to show you right now where I go wrong with this bow, and I eventually fix it. I'm just getting all my ribbons ready. I'm doing a funky bow. I'll tell you a little bit more about that. This should always be, for me, I figured out, like, I think I start this at, is that maybe 7 inches? Like, the first loop is 7 inches. I like the tails and the loops of every ribbon I use to be 6 inches. That way I am using 24 inches of ribbon, that's 2 feet. Not even using a full yard. And the bows that I make when I do that at 6 inches and 6 inches, they just look good. This was, I think I get smaller every time, and then the bow ends up looking weird, and it looks like ovular instead of round. So, yeah, it looks like they're getting a little smaller. The funky bow was invented, I guess, by Julie. Maybe they're not getting smaller. I don't know. I have no idea. I edited the long version of this a while ago. Funky bow was invented by Julie Samako from, I think that's her last name if I'm mispronouncing it all the time, Southern Charm Wreaths, as a way to use up leftover ribbon, because you really, I mean, if you're doing it 6 inch tails, 6 inch loop, 6 inch tail, that's 24 inches. You could use 2 feet of ribbon and put it in a bow. And she shows you, if you don't have a bow maker, if you don't want to buy a bow maker, she's got a lot of information on how to make it by hand. They're extremely easy, because all you're really doing is measuring and then pinching and turning one tail. You know, you're not trying to make 10 loops at once, you're just making one loop and moving on. So I put my bow on, and I don't know, I don't think it happens now, but at some point I am like looking down at the bow and I'm like thinking to myself, that doesn't look right. Something's wrong with that. I don't quite know what it is, because if I would have left it alone, I don't think anybody would have been like, what's wrong with that bow? But because I'm me, I was looking at it and I was like, something is definitely wrong with this bow. And I know it's the shape of it. I know it's because I think those first 2 loops were just too long. So I've done this bow several times since. I made 3 of them for one bow. I made 3 of them for one wreath. I made 3 of them for a wreath yesterday. And I am sticking with the 6 inch tail, 6 inch loop, 6 inch tail. That's 6 for the tail, 12 for the loop because you're doubling it over, and then 6 more, so it's 2 feet. So if you bought a 10-yard roll of ribbon, you would be able to make 15 bows with, you know, however, 15 sections of the bow, I shouldn't say, unless you had, you know, a bunch of spools of ribbon. But this is a very economical way to make a nice big bow, incorporate a lot of ribbon, and not end up with something that's completely unwieldy. So right now I am explaining how there's a bow, there's a tail along the outside, and then there's nothing in the inside. So I ended up cutting, I just cut 2 more, so there were 6 of each, so there are 18 ties total. Yeah. I mean, now I'm confused, but I mean, y'all know the drill. I don't like that part. See how that pink is on the left-hand corner in the bottom? How those 2 pinks are right on top of each other? I don't like that, and I don't like it in the finished wreath when it's done. And I don't like it in the finished pictures when it's done. So I'm probably going to end up taking that off and either replacing it with a different color or just leaving it off, because I don't know. The tails are just, they're a little too long. Like maybe they're 14 is good for the outside and then maybe 12 for the inside. I don't know. I have to play with it some more and not play with it, like play with this wreath some more, because this wreath is done. It's ready to go. I just need to sit down and figure out like what I like, what I want to do. And again, messing with the bow because I'm like, something's not right. Does it need to come over? You see, I think when you're doing a funky bow, you just want them to be the same. Like, just make those loops the same. This sign says, "Oh, for Peep's sake." I got this at Walmart. Well, my mom actually got it for me at Walmart last year when all the Easter stuff went on sale and nobody was shopping because we were actually, you know, staying at home like we're still supposed to be doing, but nobody is because there was no Christmas stuff left anywhere. I can tell you that. But there was a lot of Easter stuff left last year, so I have 3 or 4 signs that look like this and a bunch of embellishments. Oh, and there we go. We're moving the bow. I'm like, wait, what's wrong with it? What's wrong with it? And I think this is when I realized that it's not round, it's like an oval. So I try to put it sideways with the polka dot pink and the polka dot green, because those are the longest loops. And yeah, I mean, good effort. Like, A for effort, but it's going to take me a while to actually fix it. And I think that sign needs to go over a little bit, but it needs to go a little bit right. It's a little too close to the center. This is a giant foam glitter egg that I think I got for like 20 cents, 19 cents, something like that. My mom was like, Easter's 90% off here. I got all this stuff. And I was like, oh, great. I don't know how I ended up with more Easter stuff than I did with more Christmas stuff. So I'm loading that up with glue, and I was going to wire it in too, but this is just a piece of styrofoam. Like, it's definitely not going anywhere. And it's got so much glue on it, I think the wreath would fall off. The wreath would fall off of the egg before the egg fell off of the wreath. These are some little picks. They have alligator clips on the end, and I cut them off, which was a bad idea because it made them considerably shorter. They worked out fine. I just wish they would have been a little bit longer so they weren't shoved so far down in the wreath. So when I use these next time, I actually pull the clip off, which gives me, you know, it's only like another half an inch maybe, but that half an inch is a lot when you're trying to get something to not be completely hidden inside of a wreath. I'm just kind of putting these around the bow. And now I've got my carrots from Dollar Tree. And if you're looking for these, and if you live in Chalmette, you can't find them, it's because I have them. I have all of them. No, I don't. I bought like 10 packs, but there were more. I mean, I'll go back and get the rest of them eventually, but, you know, I was there on Christmas Eve. They already had Easter stuff out, because of course they did. When I was there on Christmas Eve, they had Christmas, Easter, Valentine's Day, Mardi Gras, and summer, and New Year's Eve all out at the same time. And I was like, what is going on? I was like, what day is today? And my sister's like, it's Christmas Eve. And I was like, are you sure? I said, because they're selling little pool floaties over there, and there's beach balls next to the candy, and there's beach balls next to the bunny rabbit stuff. So these are just going on top of my pipe cleaners to hide them. And you can see that pink ribbon underneath the sign. I hate that. Do I glue something on top of it? No, I glue something next to it. Yeah, that top one's got to go. I don't like that. So I'm still like, and I'm like, this bow. And do I dare decide to pull on one of the tails to make the loop shorter? And I do. And it works. And it fixes the bow. So this is the second time I've like fixed a wreath in the last couple of minutes of the video, because I did it with my ugly Mardi Gras wreath, I think. Was that it? Yeah. So now that those are a little shorter, I just kind of trim it up some and it looks a lot better. In my opinion, at least. So yeah, that's the wreath. Everything's down in the description. If you want to buy the wreath, if you want to buy another wreath, if you want to join my Patreon, if you want to follow me on Instagram, you can consider subscribing. That helps if you don't want to buy anything, or, you know, you can't, whatever. You know, you just being here, leaving a comment, leaving a like, sharing, whatever. Yeah, so thanks for watching, and there is a plenty of Easter to come. Probably too much, but, you know, it's bunny rabbits. Everybody loves a bunny rabbit. All right, guys, I'll see you later. Bye-bye.